Okay, it's going to be today's video review for Thursday, July 30th, 2015 for Drummond Energy Bands. Please read our trading disclaimer. Today our traders decided to throw out all those indicators that are so attractive looking that sit below the chart in the subgraph, but are they really helpful? We're suggesting a new path towards trading for just an hour a day and keeping our mind focused on the bars, because when we look at our flow bars, they're actually telling us momentum without having to look at any subgraphs whatsoever. You'll notice the right chart here has a V reversal down off of a large white dotted line. Could be a potential signal for somebody with a trade plan that incorporates the AAA off of a very strong lean like that. We're looking at today weak pushes into crests or valleys. So we're starting here with the left chart. We've got a crest here. If you're just joining us, the white dotted line here is our crest. Excuse me, is our E mid, and once it hooks down, we wait for price to retrace back up into it where the down pink arrow is. We go across to our chart. That same level of resistance drawn on our left chart is drawn here on our right chart. You'll notice that the right chart puts in its own crest. The dots push up after coming down to this white dotted line with a very weak push up. Our dots stay below this solid white midline, and here with this down pink arrow on the close of the red bar, we're going short, and price does actually go down for a little ways. At that point, you can see as we came down, we are expecting some support potentially at 57. And as you notice, when we came through 57, all the bricks stayed red, so we weren't thinking that was going to be support. And as support broke at 57, we had a retrace up into this upper yellow here on our right chart, which has a crest of here and from there. So some strong resistance here. This is a weak dot right here at the solid white midline with the down red close of the bar. We're short again. Price drops down into this area here about 46. And this particular area was on the left chart here where I'm pointing to with the down pink arrow. You notice this thick magenta lower energy band from a higher chart frame seemed to act like resistance, but what was more important is our trade chart was picking it up, giving us the call to action to get short for that. As price retraces back up into this upper yellow here on the left chart, you'll notice that on the right chart we're setting up a couple of crests. We've got one here and we've got an entry for it right here. Now the trader, when he's taking that entry, you'll notice that this lower magenta, this lower energy band, is associated with this upper energy band. We like to do a AAA when the lower energy band is not associated with it. It gives much higher probabilities. Like for example, the lower energy band here was not associated with this upper energy band from the 600 tick. Nonetheless, our trader took this short and got out with a small loss and realized that as the dots pushed up into this crest of resistance, they hooked down, providing a red bar for another re-entry. He knew the market was weak. Support's been breaking over and over here. So the market does go down. He manages it with the upper yellow as far as he can, gets as much as he can. Market goes down and then does another retrace. With support breaking and moving back up into the upper yellow here, our trader looks at this crest that just got put in, weak dots, not above the solid white line. On the red bar close, our trader's short again, and he stays in until down here at about 10 o'clock. At about 10 o'clock, in our course, we teach what is known as an exhaust trade. Our trader doesn't trade exhaust trades. He's looking at the weak push trades only, and price blasts up out of there. When we have an exhaust trade on these higher energy bands that we've got printing quite thick, there's a return to what is known as that thick white dotted line, which is called our midline. You'll notice that occurs up here. This happens quite often as the crowd exhausts down and returns back to this white dotted line. But nonetheless, our trader does not have a trade there. He's looking for not these quick V reversals you're seeing here on the right. He's looking for a setup where crest is challenged with a weak entry. And you'll notice that as price is going higher here, you'll look at the left chart. The resistance here is breaking. We're going higher. Even though he doesn't know an exhaust trend potentially is going to go to this large white dotted line, he is looking for longs. So as price on the right chart here comes down with weak dots pushing into this valley of support, he does know this white dotted line with the lower energy band is what we call a power mid trade. So he is interested in taking the green bar, and he takes that long up to about 45, 46 when the bars change color. And that's actually from this point here on the left chart. As we get back finally up to this white dotted line here on our left chart, you can see that the crest on the right chart here is put in, and on the red brick our trader's short, thinking this white dot is going to be pushing on down. And price does actually go down. If he managed through the pullback for the brick momentum making upper yellow down, he stayed with it. If not, he got out right here, because this here is a very strong element of support. But as we teach in the course, there's a little more one can learn when using another chart frame. But nonetheless, our trader has a nice little short from here down to here. He notices when he gets down into this block or lower yellow, what we get is we get a valley of support, weak dot push. This is our favorite trade for this trader. He gets long, goes up into this crest of resistance that is right here. I've drawn it here on the right chart. And this is a V reversal, so our trader's not taking that trade, but there's a potential for a trader to have a trade off that crest, knowing that this white dotted line is pushing down. But nonetheless, our trader is done. He's had enough trades. He's now, looking at trading more than an hour. There were more trades. Price did retrace back to this crest of resistance for another trade down, and on it goes. So if you like what we're showing to you and you're interested in learning more and getting the software, send us an email at jb@drummondenergybands.com. Thank you.